Didik TV KPM.
And we are back for Upper Form on Didik TV KPM together with me, Sean Stephen, and of course, Teacher Sim or Miss Sim. All right, Miss Sim,
Yes.
shall we continue?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay, so let's continue. All right, so for this part, we are going to learn how to agree or disagree with someone in appropriate way. Okay, so normally in a discussions or conversations, you will wonder like, how are you going to say something if you really do not agree with your friends, right? Okay, so let's see. We have a language bank here. We have some of the words or phrases that you can use if you are completely agree with your friend or disagree completely with your friends, or sometimes we are actually agree in part or disagree in part, right? Okay, let's see. So if you agree with your friend, you can say that I completely agree with you, okay? Or you can say I totally agree with you. Then your friends will know that you agree with them, okay? And the second one, you can use like I think you are right about that, okay? Or you can say that I feel the same way or I feel it exactly the same, okay? And then another one is that is my opinions too, okay? So we have, when you say something like this, then people will know that you actually agree with them, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, how about if you do not agree with someone else, okay? If you do not agree with them, maybe you can say that I disagree or don't really agree with you because I think that, okay? Or you can say that I think you are or you might be wrong about that, and then you provide your reason why. Okay, so you can use the third one, like I wouldn't say that because, and then you give your explanations. Remember, we need to explain to other people if we do not agree with them.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I don't think that's the case because, and then you provide your reason as well, like why do you think so? Okay,
Yeah.
so how about if we agree or disagree in part? Okay, so if you see here, we have two examples, right? Okay, first you can say I have a point, you have a point, but, okay, the keywords here is but, okay, you need to use but, all right? Or you can say that I see what you mean, but, okay, you need to use but as well because you only agree in part, but you do not agree for the second one or maybe some of the points, okay, not totally agree. Okay, so let's have a little practice here. We have one practice here for the pupils who are watching this or for those pupils in mid here. Okay, so when we are discussing something, we might agree completely with the other persons, disagree completely, or we might agree with part of what they are saying. So read these statements and decide whether they agree completely, A, disagree completely, D, or agree in part, P. Okay, you can also find this in your textbook on page 91. All right, so let's look at the first questions. Okay, I think you are right that, okay, something else. The second questions, I see what you mean, but the third questions, I don't think that's the case because, right? The fourth questions, you have a point, but the fifth one, that is my opinions too, right? It sounds familiar, right? And question number 6, I think you are wrong about that, okay? Or what? All right, so let's ask the pupils in mid here, okay? What do they think for the first one? Is it A, D, or P, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyone would like to volunteer to answer this question? Rachel? All right, okay, Rachel, what is the answer for number 1?
I think the answer is A, agree completely.
Agree completely. Okay, let's check. Is it correct? Yes?
All right.
Yeah? Because we have the words that I think you are right, okay? How about questions number 2? Anyone? Fu Liang? All right, okay, Fu Liang, what do you think for this question?
I think it's P, agree in part.
Agree in part. Why? Why do you think so?
In the front, it said that I see what you mean means that he agree with it. But at the behind, is that but that he has an opinion opposite him.
All right, okay, so it's like in part only, yeah, because the keywords but. Let's check. Yes, P, okay? How about questions number 3? Anyone would like to try here? Okay, Ziqian, what do you think the answer for this?
P, agree in part.
Number 3?
Oh,
Are you
sorry.
sure?
Oh,
Then what is, you can try again?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think that the answer is D. Disagree completely.
Okay, let's check. Yeah, is P or D? Yeah, I don't think that is the case because yeah, you provide a reason. So that is actually you disagree with your friends, and so that you need to provide a reason. Okay, the answer is D. Yeah, sure. Okay, how about number 4? Question number 4. Anyone would like to? Yes, Eugene. Okay, Eugene.
I think the answer is P, agree in part.
Agree in part. You have a point, but okay, yeah. Let's check. Yes, P. Okay. How about question number 5? Anyone? Fu Liang? All right, Fu Liang. What is your answer?
I think it's A, agree completely.
Agree completely. That is my opinions too. Let's check. Yes, A. How about the last questions? Anyone? Rachel. Okay, Rachel.
I think the answer is D. Disagree completely.
Why do you think so? Why is it disagree completely?
Because the person says like going to give an opposite justification.
Okay, so it's like because the keywords there, right? I think you are wrong. The keywords there wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Yes, the answer is D. Disagree completely. All right. Okay. Next, let's move on. Okay, so when you discuss with your friends, okay, when you disagree with your friends and in the discussion, sometimes you need to rephrase or paraphrase your friends' ideas, okay? Whether you support your friend's idea or you disagree with your friends, sometimes you need to rephrase because you want to show that you are listening or you're actually supporting your friend's idea, okay? So how are you going to paraphrase or rephrase your friend's idea? First, you can take note of the keywords or the things that your friend says that you would like to paraphrase, okay? Second, you find synonyms or phrases that can carry the same meaning. And third one, you use your own words to rephrase it, okay? So how are we going to do it? So let's see the examples, all right? So remember the language bank. Okay, let's say if your friend says something and you want to agree with your friend, right? Okay, so you can use the language bank and then you can rephrase a little bit of your friend's idea. So you can say that it is true that, and then you combine with what your friends have said, okay? So this is how you combine it and make it into a sentence. And by doing so, you can carry on your discussion with your friends, okay? And then let's look at the second one, right? You're absolutely right. And then you can mention about the topic, like the persons, okay, or the subject in that sentence. For example, he or she can definitely do that, okay? And then the third one, by doing so, okay, we will definitely, okay, then you carry on your topic, right? Or you can say that not only that, and then you put your friend's idea in, you rephrase it a little bit, and then you can say that he or she can also, and then do this and that, right? Okay, so this is how you link them together. All right, and then if let's say if you agree in part, that means you only partially agree with it, you can say that I get your point, right? I get a point on this, and then I get your point on this idea or what you have just said, but then, okay, you can use the word however or but, I do things that, and then you give your own reason or explanation or your own points of view, okay? All right.
All right. And
So,
looks like
yeah.
we now know how to agree or disagree, or even if you want to partly agree, we know how
Yes.
to say it and of course give justifications to that. And right now we're going to take a short break. Back to you for Upper Form on Didik TV KPM right after this.